Welcome to Grow Guyana, a weekly journey into Guyana's agriculture sector, bringing you the stories and perspectives from the people that are shaping food security, climate-smart agriculture, and supporting livelihoods. I am Ramona Luti, and this week we take you behind the scenes to explore how papayas are grown on a large scale, from planting to harvest. We're also highlighting a new Agri Innovation Hub, which will soon be established following a recently signed agreement with Brazil. Plus, we'll showcase both large and small-scale dragonfruit production, take a closer look at Shaddock farming, and bring you a detailed weather forecast for the upcoming week. This episode begins in Ruby Backlands, East Bank, Essequibo, where the Grow Guyana team met with a large-scale fruit farmer to get an inside look at his papaya farm.
We're here with farmer and entrepreneur Damian De Silva to discuss his massive papaya production.
Papaya is a high demand and is a long crop. Fruit. You know, we could have this papaya here for at least 2 years. You know, we'd have this papaya for at least 2 years, and we use a lot of this papaya in our juices or fruit punch. We use a lot of this papaya. We try it with doing like the papaya milkshake, but the thing is with the papaya, when you put milk into papaya, it get bitter. So we're just using it into the fruit punch. And if you come in Nikki's, you could buy them by the dozen because we have 1,000 trees of papaya. We'd probably harvest about 50,000, 60,000 papayas here, maybe 100,000 papaya over the years or more. The trees have right now probably like 20, 30, some of them got on. So if you that is done 30,000 there if you pick 30 from a tree. But we'd end up picking more, we'd end up picking like 100, 150 from a tree by the time the crop finish. As long as we care it. It's all about caring. As you can see, we got good drainage and everything for the water system. You know, rain is not affecting me too much here. Papaya is a very good fruit, you know. It's a very healthy fruit to eat every day, you know. Yeah, it's a good fruit. Very nutritious.
This farmer explains how he uses intercropping to boost his harvest while carefully protecting his crops from fungus and disease.
We'll also be taking a look at how the farmer is maximizing production by implementing a system of intercropping by planting both papayas and peppers.
So when you plant these papaya trees, the trees are very small, they're very tiny like this here. So we plant them like these papayas are 7 feet apart. And when we plant them, we plant peppers in between. So as the papaya tree grows, this papaya tree probably takes 6 to 8 months before you start harvesting. So we planted this papayas, I think late October, early November last year. And we plant peppers in between. So we probably got about 8,000 pepper trees in between the papayas. We have a lot of peppers that we start harvesting with the papayas. So we get intercrop. I love to do intercropping. You utilize the land, you know. We actually had papaya here first. We plant papaya with the papayas. And when we pull out the papayas, we plant the peppers. So we got about 8,000 pepper trees between here. Fine pepper, big pepper, all sizes of peppers.
Is fungus and bacteria a challenge with papaya?
It is. But if you maintain your place, like keep your place clean, don't have the rotten papayas on the ground, you move the rotten papayas off the ground, it will be much easier for you as a farmer. You know, you don't leave the rotten fruit on the ground. You clean up the place, you keep the place clean so the breeze could pass through, you could get a spray properly, you have good ventilation in the crop, you know.
Mr. De Silva highlights that he has expanded his papaya plots and is planting other crops on the same lot, while encouraging citizens to support local juiceries.
So this is cucumbers behind me here, and this is just a basic another example from before. We got papayas in one row, we got golden apples in another row. Cucumbers all the way as far as the eye can see. So we got 3 crops coming on one bed here because the cucumbers grows on the ground and then the papayas coming up. And then we have the golden apples all the way down. You could see the difference in the pictures, you know, so this is what you got to do, you know, as a farmer. Because when you get rid of the cucumber, now you got something else coming again. The cucumber would last at least 4 months. By the time the cucumber done 4 months, we got the papaya like this size, we got the golden apple coming, so then we get rid of the cucumber vine and everything and clean up the bed back, and we got 2 crops coming again. Yeah. You know, we got so much of fruits in this country, and all natural juices. We grow soursop, guavas, limes, lemons, papayas, mangoes, passion fruit. You know, we have so much a different variety of fruits on this land. And we supply fruits, natural fruit juices. You come to Nikki's, you get the best juice in the country. And for know that people buying all these other fancy brands from overseas, we importing, all the foreign exchange going. You know, you support local, support things that grows in Guyana. Our ministry is supporting our farmers so much now for we to grow more and invest more in the farms, so that, you know, it's good if you can support the local businesses.
With continued support and innovation, fruit farming can expand even further, creating opportunities while meeting local demand. Back to you, Ramona.
Thank you, Josiah. Guyana will soon be home to the Embrapa Science, Technologies and Innovation Hub, a major development not just for local agriculture, but for the entire region. Agriculture Minister Zulfikar Mustafa, while signing an agreement of intent to establish the hub, recently underscored the timeliness of this institution.
This is a historic step in promoting innovation, applied research, and agricultural modernization in the region. Innovation is no longer optional. The challenges facing our agri-food system, supply chain disruption, and rising global food prices, demand solutions that are science-driven, data-driven, and regionally coordinated. The time for incremental change have passed. And you know, many countries in CARICOM now, as Guyana is leading that drive, they are now building capacity. Many countries whose economy were built on tourism, oil and gas, and other areas are now embracing agriculture fully. And I am happy to say that not only CARICOM is leading that process through the ministerial task force, but Guyana is playing a leading role. I was just talking to the Vice Minister. The implementation process for this project, he told me in 6 months we can have this entire project being implemented. I want to be a little more cautious and say within a year from now, we'll have this project on stream.
This project is a collaboration between the governments of Guyana and Brazil and the Inter-American Institute for Cooperation on Agriculture. Newly appointed Director General of ICA, Dr. Mohamed Ibrahim, has outlined how science and technology will be driving agriculture in the region.
I am in the process of launching a new medium-term plan in which Science, Technology and Innovation Hub will be very important for delivering the objectives in new tools, new methods, advancing in a more modern agriculture, engaging youths, engaging women, and these are some of the areas we have. Looking at biotechnology, better seed production, some example, or better breeds. And here Brazil has a lot of experience, and that's why we have looked at a neighboring country with similar agroecological conditions and ecosystems and climatic effects, where we can learn and also adapt from the experiences they have built on that. So our hub, we have now in ICA developing an ecosystem for a hub of innovation for sustainable agriculture, which looks at FORAGRO, which is the forum for the whole of Latin America and the Caribbean and the Americas, but articulating into the regional initiatives like the process, and here creating this hub between Embrapa and the Ministry of Agriculture and the CARICOM, working to promote more efficient production efficiencies in the agricultural systems.
Now we'll take a look at how Devon Gilead, a farmer from East Bank Berbice, is reaping the rewards of his investments after planting 1,000 dragonfruit plants.
The reason why I tried dragonfruit is a high-value fruit. Right? They have a lot of high value and also have a lot of health properties within it. They go for diabetes, bone disease. You get a lot of health benefit behind it, and also the fruit, you get a long shelf life. have a longer shelf life on it too. Last year when my farm flooded out, I lose a couple of thousand, well, like over half an acre in broccoli and cauliflower across there when the place is dug out. So I then taken all the broccoli, cauliflower, bell pepper, cabbage, and make compost with it because everything was so soaked up. When Nari assists me with the compost bin, because now I have a lot of great news for the bin, especially to the dragon fruit. And they support me 100% when it comes to farming materials or whatsoever. They help me a lot with it. Dragon fruit need nice, rich, organic soil. So you put the compost around the root here. So we do it, and especially in the dry season, I will see the grass, and we cover the compost. And the compost is whole moisture, the grass is whole moisture during the drought, and we water it, and you leave it for a couple of weeks. Well, you got water the plant. And this trunk here, it store a lot of water and nutrients for the fruit also.
The farmer shares the potential for the dragon fruit industry in Guyana due to its high demand and value-added byproducts.
There's a great potential behind it. We will make a lot of byproduct from dragon fruit. Apart from all that, we will making jam, jelly, wine, and different things we will making with the dragon fruit. And a lot of people taste the dragon fruit wine, and it's so good. So I have my honey. We got nice little samples of the dragon fruit wine. This wine very nice, wonderful taste. Whoever tastes the dragon fruit wine, that always want to taste it again. A couple of months now, we're having this here on the market. This variety I have here is the self-pollinated variety. Normally in the night, the flowers open up bloom. So the reason why I want to do it, is take the plastic bag and put it over the flower for protecting the flower from the water, rainwater now, to wash away the pollen from the flower. But if you don't cover the flower, this is the kind of size of fruit you will have. See, the very smaller dragon fruit. You got the fruit in well pollinated. You get soft, smaller size of fruit. It's trying and errors. We can't know when you're in this situation when nobody can help you. Because nobody really doing dragon fruit farm. People get dragon fruit in the yard and Guyana, right? But when you get in a large amount of this year and know that when the rain fall, the flowering pollinate and you fall off, it's our thinking. So we come up with the idea, myself and my wife come up with the idea. So what happened? She tell me, why don't you take a plastic bag and cover the flower? But I tell her, no. He said, man, try, because if you tell me the variety, the self-pollinated variety, and if I cover it, nothing will not happen to it. It will protect the flower from the rain. So I tried it, and the cover was very excellent. So now we had the next problem with the fruit splitting. And he said, man, why don't take a plastic and put it over the fruit for protect the fruit from the rainfall? And we tried, and you see that the fruit come out very excellent.
On the west coast of Demerara, farmer Chris Lalman is now starting up his own dragon fruit operation with hopes of further expansion.
Dragon fruit may look exotic, but it's quickly finding a place in Guyana's agricultural sector. With its resilience and strong market appeal, more farmers are seeing the potential of this crop.
We're looking at exotic fruit, dragon fruit. Most people know that it import, but we're doing it local. So this is a small one. These are the flowers. All this is the one dragon fruit. It was to be in a harbor, but I gotta do one. And this is the flower, the small flower. So it come out and it bear. You normally get a pick one out of it, big like this. But this is the pink one. I buy the plant from Nari. Nari do the plant. And then I plant it. Well, it come like this, like a piece. And this part is throw root. So it come like that in the bag, and when you plant it, it develop root and spread itself. So you just gotta train it up like upward, because it's going up. You see, as it's there on the stick. I just use the stick temporary. So it keep the vine, the plant itself throwing its own root. And wrap on the stick or the post, wherever you got, and that just keep going up. Yeah, it's only like about 50 or about 40 plants. I plan to do a lot though, but I gotta get the harbor going first and maintain them and see how it perform. Because as I could see, one of them is bear like more than 10, 8 to 10, and it's 3 young yet.
This farmer, who grows a variety of crops, chooses to sell them in front of his farm, truly highlighting the farm-to-table experience.
We're here again by Chris Fruits Delight, number 2 Canal. Most of the stuff I just bring out from the farm. So if you gotta get me, it's right in number 2. Not far, you can see a 4-story hotel, a big red shed. Well, a lot of people don't know me already. Well, the watermelon, the pumpkin, the coconut, they got granadilla, the banana, everything straight from the farm. You can come get it fresh right here.
Insights on a traditional yet lesser known citrus fruit known for its health benefits, including boosting immunity, supporting heart health, and promoting digestion.
This is Shaddock, one of the largest citrus crops grown right here in Guyana. Known for its thick skin and refreshing taste, it remains a steady crop for farmers and a local favorite.
This fruit here is very essential to people's day-to-day life if they know the real benefit of this fruit. Some people we sell this fruit to, they purchases, they don't throw anything from it. They use the skin to do the peel to make an ingredient for the cake, and then the fruit itself is very good for losing weight and other health benefits. Sometimes these trees produce like 20 to 30 shaddock per tree, depends on the size, and it's good for the market. A lot of people in Guyana, they don't know about the shaddock, but when we take it to the market, there are foreigners inside the country that come specifically for this.
Because they know about the benefits.
Yeah, they know about the benefit about the shaddock. So this is the picking process of the shaddock. It's how easy it takes to come off the tree. So that means it's ripe. Normally you take this and you have to clean off all these things, but you don't put the knife right through it. There's a thick skin. So we normally put it a little bit in, like this, and we cut. This is a easy method for me to do, but everyone can find their own method. Like this. Then we do it back like this. As you can see inside, and then we have to, you get clean gloves, clean hand, and you take off the skin. So this white stuff that you see inside here is part of the skin. It's very bitter. When you don't let this white skin touches your mouth, you try to clean everything out. Use a knife and clean every part of the white out. Because there's an aftertaste when you eat this. There's a bitterish taste left in your mouth afterwards. And there you have it.
Now for a look at the weather most expected to concern farmers this week. The Guyana Hydrometeorological Service is advising that scattered showers and overcast skies will continue throughout the week in coastal and hinterland regions. Notwithstanding this, El Niño conditions are likely to develop in the latter part of this month and into July. This brings reduced rainfall and elevated temperatures, with farmers being advised to take precautionary measures. And that's it for this edition of Grow Guyana, a weekly journey into the stories, people, and ideas driving the country's agricultural future. I am Ramona Luti. Join us next week as we continue to track the growth, challenges, and opportunities shaping Guyana's agriculture sector.